JamoWK.com Monday through Friday.
Thought we weren't gonna do that, but I went for it.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Ways Live on Woodsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rax.
What up, though?
We got Young Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooth the ones and twos. There's no rhyme or reason why that was a thing. I apologize, you guys. If you're not new here, you know that's normal.
It's just some ADD shit.
No, honestly, I did because my son, I have a 3-year-old. He watches like the gorillas, so he'll be like pounding his chest.
Yeah.
So then,
dude, gorillas are dope.
They are dope. But I was trying to teach him the haka. Okay. Down to Hawaii. We had like dinner and stuff. It's dope. It's intense.
It is intense. It's like when they do it before football games and stuff.
Another thing too, though, is like because I obviously doing it just now, a little out of breath. Not gonna lie, no, I'm not that, but all right, guys, commercial break. We'll be right back. No, but it takes it takes a lot out of you. So it's crazy that they do that and they play the game. And no wonder why they suck at all sports. I'm joking, they don't. But
they're chilling on Penny Sewell.
Whoa, did you just assume his haka? No, but
my sister met his dad.
Did she?
Yeah.
Penny's a homie. I got his number.
Yeah, they were down in because she lives in Sacramento, and my cousin came up to visit her, and it was the Michigan State game the day of that, and so he was wearing Michigan State stuff, she was wearing Michigan stuff, and they were out at a bar like watching the game, and there was a bunch of dudes wearing like Oregon stuff, and they were watching the Oregon game, and like they said something to them about like how does this work?
Yeah,
because they're one of each, one Michigan State, one Michigan fan, and they're like, oh, she's like, oh, we're cousins, but you guys big Oregon guys or whatever, and she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, actually, my son plays for the Lions, and started talking, and it's Penny's dad.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's lit. His dad's gotta be a big guy, no?
I don't know. I'd assume so. Yeah, you look at the size of him.
She didn't specify.
No.
What about your cousin and Josh Pascal? Did she tell you?
No, she didn't. Oh. I don't know if they've even met before.
How they met? I'm sorry.
Bro, you better chill the fuck out.
Yo, the F word, dude. All right, that means you're serious. But speaking of that, this was not in the sheet at all either. But you're talking about like a porn parody of certain Star Wars.
Because I King Horse said you've seen Star Wars 3 minutes at a time on Pornhub.
I haven't.
And you raised the question, what would be the best movie to porn parody?
Yeah.
I said some wild ones.
You did say some wild ones. And I'm glad they're all off air because
shout out Charlotte's Web.
Squeal like a pig.
I eat everything on the pig but the squeal. Oink. Have you ever seen the Shannon Sharp do that? Oh, that shit's so funny.
That made that even weirder. What movies you got, Chris? I know you got some ideas in there.
No, nothing.
You gotta have something, bro. Come on.
What? Come on.
No comment.
Come on.
Gone in 60 Seconds would be Chris's life parodied into a porn. Ew.
Zinga. JB,
you got anything?
I don't know. I've actually had that question asked me before. What porn parody would you have?
You still don't have an answer?
No,
JB's
I came up with some messed up ones too.
Cats or his dog.
The Parent Trap.
Oh my god! What? No. Stay away from the kid movies.
What if someone said Get Out? How wild would that be?
Get Out would be.
I could see that be. That could be
Get
one.
Out could be one. Yeah,
that definitely could be one
for sure.
I'm trying to think of some alien ones.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, because it comes out like the yeah. Because the mouth shoots out. That would be one too.
Rogelio in the chat said Forrest Hump.
Forrest Hump.
Joey in the Woodward Sports chat said The Empire Strikes Back shots. That's a good one. Ryan Lentz in the chat said Cars. Finding Nemo would be a good one.
No, stop with the kid movies, damn. Finding Nemo would even, the storyline wouldn't even work. I feel like The Mummy.
The Mummy. How? The Mummy Returns.
Yeah, he's got the biggest one.
You just want to see Brendan Fraser.
He's actually like fat now.
Yeah,
you saw that?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was taken back.
One of us.
Oh, John Parker in the chat says Toy Story.
Toy Story.
What is wrong with you, sick F word, bro? Stop with the kids' movies.
Happier Gilmore.
Happier Gilmore.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, the chat is going crazy with
The longest yard.
Tremors.
Free Willy.
Rogelio said
Tremors.
Tremors. That's a great one.
Split. Just one guy
Just
jerking
yeah.
the whole time.
That was
in different outfits.
That was Patricia. Split was a good one.
That was Patricia.
Moneyball.
That yeah. We got some good ones. All right.
Princess Diaries.
Yo, the Princess and the what's the one with like Andre the Giant's in it?
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
That'd be a fire one.
That would.
It's a great porno parody. But all right, anyway.
There's probably some already out there.
We'll find out tonight, fellas. We all know.
Ryan Lentz also said Airbud.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
like Beethoven. That'd be a good one.
What is wrong with you guys? All right, moving. I'm supposed to be like the one saying messed up stuff. That's
Adam
wild.
Morency in the Woodward Sports chat said E.T.
Oh my yo. That's only crazy because it's Adam of all people.
Saving Ryan's Privates. So James says. Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, it works both ways. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already.
Mean Girls.
Oh man, that wouldn't be fire. Mean Girls would be fire.
Lindsay Lohan. That's before she was all cracked out. She was bad.
She's bad again.
Is she?
See her
Yeah,
lately?
she's not bad now.
Good. She's off the shits.
Baddest of all time, Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
Hillary Duff's
Yeah.
super
man.
MILF right now. Like
Super
Wagon.
super MILF.
Yeah. Wagon.
The
yeah.
wagon pictures are fake.
Yeah.
Like every time you see
she's
her,
got one,
She's
though.
got a she's
got a dumper, though.
she's got a nice dumper. But like when you see the wagon pictures,
That
like,
thing you take a shit off looks real nice.
the wagon pictures are all super photoshopped.
No, I did see one that was photoshopped. I gotta find it. There's a video of me emailing Hillary Duff on like Disney.com when I was like 10. And it's my aunt like recording me. He's like, "What are you saying?" I'm in there like saying, "I'm gonna eat your aunt." No, I'm like, no, I didn't say nothing like that. But I was like, "I think you're really pretty." Like all kinds of. I have to find the video. It's actually pretty funny. But yesterday we did the top 10 receivers. We got our list. We
Yes.
had
We did
Owen's list.
top 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah, we did top 10 quarterbacks. Apologize. We did Owen's top 10 receivers, and so we gave JB a homework assignment last night, and we asked for his top 10.
This is actually really difficult to do. Just because, like, even though there is a ton of white receivers in the NFL,
Yeah.
you got to go far
Yeah.
back to, like,
the
actually
good
get some
ones.
people. So I got the people that I mostly knew and then threw in some old school names here and there.
Okay,
Here they are.
let's see them.
Let's see what we got here.
Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen, Julian Edelman, Jordy
Adam
Nelson.
Thielen too.
Jordy Nelson at 4. That's too low. Wes Welker, who's Largent.
Steve Largent.
Steve
I don't know
Largent from the
anything about
Raiders?
this guy. No, he's not for the Raiders.
I thought he played for the Raiders.
He played for the Seahawks.
Oh, oops.
I have this guy's signed helmet at home. Have no idea who he is, but apparently he was pretty good back in the day.
Christian McCaffrey, Danny M,
That's Ed,
Oh, it's
Ed
McCaffrey's.
Ed
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
Papa McCaffrey.
Danny Amendola, Eric Decker. Right?
Eric Decker is only on here because of his wife, so he's hot by association.
That's fair.
How did
And
Nick Foles? Yeah, how did Nick Foles make it on this
He's one of
list?
the best catches in Super Bowl history. What do you
That's
mean?
fair.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
fair.
That's the only reason why he's up
That's a
there.
good one. I was going to point that one out.
Adam
I like that one.
Thielen though. At 2?
At 2. I just like him. Like, hey, the hands, man, the hands. He Minnesota born and raised, idolized Chris Carter back in the day for his, toe tapping out of bounds catches. So
I think
I gotta
Jordy
put him up
Nelson's
there.
too low on that list.
Too low.
Yeah.
I think
Jordy was the man.
Edelman's gotta be 2. No, like Cup is clearly 1,
Yeah.
right?
Chris Durham's got to be on that list.
Does Tommy Kennedy make him? I'm looking at this in the movie comments still. Boy meets girl. This is Mike Kimber, but he spelled meets
Shaft.
M-E-A-T-S. Shaft.
It.
I didn't actually
Cabin fever.
see this.
Cabin Fever.
Cabin fever. Yeah, that's
American Pie.
a Nadia.
Nadia's fine.
My lord.
Yeah.
That's an image melted in my head. But anyway, there's some other stuff in the headlines. I actually didn't I should have did homework on this one. I don't know if you did, but the Dan Snyder email stuff, did you see that?
No.
So I guess, I actually think this was Jeff that told me this, but Dan Snyder's team, they're the ones that leaked the John Gruden emails.
Damn the Durs.
Yeah, but I got to let me make sure I'm accurate on that one, because I was like, yo, that's crazy. But you remember a couple weeks back, too, he was like, I think it was him and Jerry Jones or whoever they got into it, he's like, I'll take all you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna check on that one. I had to put that out there. And then
Cheaper by the dozen.
cheaper, but come
Yo,
on, guys.
that's wild.
Souls.
Holes? That is...
I'm mad I didn't think of that.
It's Ryan Lentz in the trade.
It's Ryan Lentz.
I can fix that.
I can fix that. Dig it up. Oh, dig.
I'm mad I didn't think of that.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. That's... Oh, man.
Anaconda.
There's got to be a holes one. No? How do you not?
Snakes on a plane.
There's definitely a snakes on a plane. I don't know how to transition back to sports here, guys. We're too far off of it. Free BG.
BG's free.
Yeah.
The trade went through.
Yeah. Feel like we got fleeced. Feel like they snuck one past old Sleepy Joe.
That ass, though.
Chris said someone in his group chat said we traded a shooter for a big.
We really did, though.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy. Brittany Griner's free
For sure.
Glad to see her back home for sure. But like, man, merchandise.
But fleeced.
Yeah, this guy's a nickname called it's like out of a movie.
Yeah.
And not a porn parody, like a real
I'm
one.
pretty sure there's a Nick Cage movie about him.
My boy
Really?
said in all crime shows, he is the season series finale final boss. Like he is what the whole show builds to. And we
Picture
traded
like a
that.
scar on his face.
No, remember we looked up what he looks like. He doesn't look.
Oh yeah, they actually did not look that intimidating at all. You're right. Yeah, no second round picks, no cash consideration, just
cash consideration.
PG for merchant death straight up.
Yeah, or a pick swap at least.
100% something,
Yeah.
dude. No, I mean it's cool. I mean it's tough because there's a couple ways to look at this. Like I'm happy that she's home.
Glad she's home. Glad
that's-
she's home.
Probably went through like a lot of horrible stuff, and there aren't a lot of like black people over there too. So I doubt she was like.
We keep the big woman.
Yeah, we keep big.
She
woman.
trained us how to play basketball. Next Olympics, Russia win.
It's messed up though. You think about it. There's so many people in the United States locked up for like nonviolent like marijuana charges. You know what I'm saying? That's my only beef with it. But it's not with her. Right? And the people who are like connected to it and like going at Brittany, like bro, like
Yeah,
chill.
it's not her fault.
Yeah.
She got detained for a long time. We're glad to see that she's home. Glad to see she's free.
I just hope if anything she does. I can't say save face. That sounds messed up. But like when she's like public again, I guess maybe she should be advocate for like that kind of stuff. You know,
that would be smart.
That'd be sweet. I feel like that's a move. So
Oh my God.
it's a crazy turn from porn parodies to
Murph said she's the man.
she's the man.
You mean Dupree?
You mean Dupree. In other news, speaking of trades, Nerlens Noel is on the market. There's rumors that the Pistons are actually having like actual calls with the Mavericks, which I like. What do the Mavs have to give? I'm assuming
I'll take anything.
Yeah.
No one's Dwayne
He's
Casey just
collecting
keeps him
dust.
locked up on the bench. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Even though I liked Nerlens Noel when they signed him, I was like, that could be. He's a good rebounder. He's a good defender. But he's just, I don't know.
You always sneak your 2K stuff in here, and like every
What's the
time I go
Falls
franchise
2K?
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I go franchise mode, I grab Nerlens Noel for the
For the free.
Nerlens
basically
Noel
for
balls
free.
in 2K.
Dude plays defense. He's really good.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough, but they're gonna get something from him, or something for him.
Yeah.
And anything's better than just somebody who doesn't get in the game. But
It's facts.
if you want to get something, why not some meat? We just got done talking about some crazy stuff. But here, The Butchery is the official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network. Call 248-682-2697. Yes, 248-682-COWS. Or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery. Meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats on artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. And again, shout out to Chef Dave for having another child. You know his meat works, so why don't you go buy some from him at thebutcherysl.com.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock. to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
It's time to talk about Swiss. Not the Minnesota Vikings defense, Swiss Insurance Group. Call them today to protect all your valuables before the holiday season, guys. Our guy Mark at Swiss Insurance will make sure you're good to go. You guys know they're right here in Michigan and Oxford, Michigan, repping the entire school and community that they've been doing for such a long time. So make sure you guys call Swiss Insurance today and go Lions. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinball Rax. Off to a wild start.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not even Friday, it's Thursday, too. We got Young Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. We're rocking along. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Ryan Lentz. Oh, yeah, he had to get rid of that one. Black Panther. Yeah. That's a good one, too.
What did he say?
A trade went down.
Yeah, you can't say that.
For the Detroit Tigers.
They did.
The GM's finally making their first move, and I don't talk too much Tigers. I know you know your Tigers, so we had to tag in another fellow heavyweight.
Yes, the man, the myth, the legend.
My guy, Rogelio Castillo.
Gentlemen,
how you doing?
I was enjoying the good. I was enjoying the lively conversation in the YouTube chat. So
yeah, it's good. You were putting some good ones in there. I saw those. That was good stuff.
Sandlot,
yeah, of course.
The Beast.
The Beast.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I just got the word. Yeah, let's move on. Let's
move on. Let's talk some Tigers. So, Joe Jimenez was traded to the Braves for third baseman and outfielder Justin Henry Malloy. Justin Henry Malloy, and left-handed pitcher Jake Higginbottom. So first things first, the big piece of this was Malloy. How does he fit? Is that someone we're going to see on the Detroit Tigers this year? And what does he bring to the table?
Well, I think what Scott Harris did during the winter meetings was basically say, look, we're not going to spend a large amount of money because look at the free agent market, some of the deals that went out, and I think he looked at the roster and said there's some things that need to be done that will fit his image, and Malloy fits that because he's a guy who can control the strike zone. He walked. He was one of the best in terms of best eyes in the Braves system, and this guy had a very good eye. He was 97 walks over 591 plate appearances, and I mean he was doing really well in the AFL. He drew as many He was the AFL All-Star. The Arizona Fall League, which just happened, so he drew 16 walks to just 20 strikeouts, and he moved up 3 levels. And you think about the Braves, you think about Grissom, you think about all these young talented players they have in there, and this is a guy who did pretty well. He will probably start the season in Toledo, but wouldn't be surprised if you do see him in a Tigers uniform. And I think that this is a trade, and I'm not trying to bash Avila here, but Avila wanted a lot. And even the Braves GM mentioned this yesterday, that the Tigers and them have been talking about Jimenez for a while. They couldn't come to an agreement. AKA, Avila was asking for some of these players, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
So I think they were able to, with the new personnel they have to develop talent, I think this was a good trade, and the best trade they could get, because, I mean, Jimenez is walking next year. I mean, he's a free agent, so why not get some young talent for it?
Yeah, I was looking at some of his stats, and last year, the thing that stood out was 822 OPS. Like you said, this is a guy who can take walks and hits with some power. So I know obviously third base is going to be relatively open for the Tigers next year. It's with them parting ways with Candy. They're talking about moving Torkelson over or what they're doing with him. I don't know if Kreidler is the future of the third base position. Is this a guy that you could see being the Tigers' third baseman for at least a long period of time, the recent future?
Well, I think that right now they have a couple options there right now they can go with. They can go with either Andre Lipsius or they can go with Ryan Kreidler. So I don't know what they're going to do in terms of they might address it by getting a veteran to start the season. But A.J. Hinch did say during the winter meetings yesterday that they could potentially move Jonathan Scope around the infield, and they suggest even at third. So he could go back to first. And again, I think that if you're going to have to see, you don't really know what you have with Kreidler. Kreidler was only up for a small sample size last year, and he has power. He can draw a little bit of walks, but he does strike out a lot. So it's I'm not really sure if the Tigers are going to go ahead and have that in a combination of Lipsius, who was just added to the 40-man last month to start the season. So I think if Mallory gets off to a really good start in Toledo and he shows what he's capable of, I think you can see him down by the middle of the summer.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's great to hear. I mean, hopefully they're bringing in pieces, like you said. Scott Harris said he wants to bring in guys that can control the zone, that can control plate appearances and make it in their own favor. And this is definitely a guy who could do that. He said with his eye, it's very impressive to bring a bat like that, hopefully into the future of the lineup. And what does it mean for the bullpen rotation that was obviously very good last year? That was probably the strength of the Tigers team last year, was their bullpen pitching. And losing a guy like Joe Jimenez, who had his best year in the major leagues last year, who fills that slot? Do they just move guys around with maybe they move someone from the starting rotation back to the bullpen to kind of be an eater, bringing in a guy like Matt Boyd who can fill in that starting spot? Or how does the bullpen sort out without Joe Jimenez?
Well, it depends on they could do a couple things. They did draft a Rule 5 guy yesterday by the name of Mason Englert from the Rangers, and this is a guy who was a starter primarily in the Rangers system in AAA Round Rock. He put up some decent numbers too. I mean, this is a guy who controlled the strike zone, 136 strikeouts, 118 innings pitched between high and double A rather. And so if the Tigers are confident, and this is a guy who also can throw, he has really good command, and I think that's an important thing. So him, possibly you can put him as a starter, Boyd there, and then you look at the bullpen. And for what it's worth, I mean, you still have Alex Lang back there. You still have Soto, depending on what they plan on doing with that, because they could trade him. Who knows? I mean, because Soto, to me, is the most – he still has 2 or 3 years of club control left. So that could catch you in this market with relievers. If you guys have seen it, relievers have been going off the market like crazy. Oh, yeah. And so Soto's price is going up right now. And I got to give credit to Cody Saberhagen at The Athletic, who suggested that maybe even Rodriguez gets traded, because if you look at the starters right now in the free agent market, you still have Carlos Rodon still floating out there. There's been rumors about the Yankees, but Eduardo Rodriguez's market just got higher because next year he can opt out. And so if he doesn't want to be here, he sees the rebuild and he knows he has no chance of winning, or whatever term you want to use, Tigers could fetch something for that. But in terms of next guy up, Jason Foley, you have Vest. They have a couple guys, and even a guy that they put on the 40-man roster by the name of Brendan White, who I got to see him pitch in Erie last year. That guy's a really good guy who has a good slider, good fastball, and he's a guy that Scott Harris has spoken highly about already.
Yeah, and what about the kind of the forgotten piece of this deal, that cash consideration? No, the pitcher Griner that they got from the Braves, this Jake Higginbottom. You know, he had some pretty decent stats.
Sounds like a made-up name.
In 48 games, I'm sorry, he had 48 strikeouts and a 1.5 WHIP, which isn't terrible. Like, could this guy eventually make his way up to the big league club, or is this just kind of a filler piece for lower levels of the organization?
Well, there's always, there's better made potato chips. There's better Chris Fetter made. Yeah. So it's Fetter made.
That's fair.
Fetter does, and I think Chris Fetter's done a really good job of taking guys. And there's been an organizational philosophy that I talked about on the podcast last night, that you see guys getting better. Like Garrett Hill was a 26th round draft pick. Bill Brisky, 27th round draft pick.
Yeah.
And then there's guys in the minors who have been making strides just by little things like that. They had a guy in Erie last year who was literally he moved up 3 levels because he started throwing a really good curveball. So they're maximizing what these pitchers have. So I think I know that name does sound make up. It sounds like some sort of they're trying to get out of trouble. Oh, wiggle bottom or like yesterday, Chris.
Yeah, Jake Higginbottom sold me those drugs.
Yeah,
Higginbottom. Like the cop, like the cop in the movie, like the typical Sergeant Cop going, "Here goes Bottom." But anyways, I digress. But he's
fit in the porn parody for sure with that last name.
He has some deception to his delivery from what I've seen. There's not a lot of video on him, but he is kind of like I said. He's what he is right now, like kind of a 26-year-old guy that they can maybe use, but we'll see. Again, I trust what they're going to do with the pitching in terms of developing pitching.
So I do want to go back to Malloy for a little bit because I saw Woodward Tigers. You guys obviously have been all over this, providing a lot of coverage for people out there. So make sure you go check that out. The Woodward Tigers, great stuff. But you like his swing a lot. Like break down his swing a little bit. What makes it good for today's game?
First and foremost, got a shout out to John, our I know the clipper for the show and producer of Woodward Tigers. Doing a good job of getting those swings together and get all the video out. So shout out to John. We were podcasting last night, and
Polo J.
What I like about a swing is it's one, like, even if you not even look at the slow motion part of it all, it's one fluid motion. His hands are really quick. He's got really quick wrists right through the zone, and I think having that pitch recognition to me is important. But his swing alone just kind of has it was the Kyle Lewis comparison that John put up there. A little off, but I still think that his hands, when he goes through the strike zone, are quick, and I think that's the big difference there. There's no wasted motion or anything, and I think that having the ability to have a good eye, when you look at walk rates, sometimes you have to be deceiving, but with him, you can see in just his swing alone, it's a nice fluid swing. There's none else I can say about it. I think it's going to be generated for gap power in Comerica.
That's great. Comerica's got a lot of that gap power, and that's somebody we're losing next year. Arguably has some of the best hands as a hitter in MLB history with Miguel Cabrera. The way he'd pull his hands in or move them out to get a pitch off the zone was just great to watch. So hopefully you can learn a little bit from him before he gets out of here. But Rogelio, before we let you go, shout out Woodward Tigers. Tell the people what you guys are doing. Obviously, you said this news broke while you guys were streaming yesterday.
That's pretty sick.
Which is awesome. So tell them about Woodward Tigers and everything you guys got going.
So, you can find us on Twitter at Woodward Tigers, and if you go to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. I mean, you know what? Screw it. We're trying to get to 1,000. So,
there you go.
Everybody, let's go. Let's go big numbers here. Go to Woodward Tigers. Find us on YouTube. We do content all the time. There's a podcast I'm literally finishing editing right now. I got a Rule 5 piece coming out this evening, so plenty of content available for everybody. I know people are discouraged about the Tigers. They haven't done the big things.
Yeah.
But I get the Tigers are starting pretty much from the ground. I don't want to say ground up, but they have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of holes to fill, and this used to fill the porno thing we're doing all day. In the segment. So their names in here, Deep Impact, man.
Yeah.
He's got a nice swing.
Shout out to your chat, guys. You got a
Deep Impact, Gap Power.
Yeah.
As soon as I said Gap Power, I was like, damn it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Rogelio, for breaking it down. You're the best in the business, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Keep pumping out that great content for Woodward Tigers and everything else you do for the website, woodwardsports.com. This man is the best in the business right here, folks.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course. See you later, Rogelio. Well, I mean, I agree with him. The Tigers, obviously they're starting from the bottom. They're gonna have to. It's gonna take a lot to go into this rebuild, but I think we got the right guy in charge of it with Scott Harris. I like some of the moves he's making, and hopefully some of these trades, some of these prospects that he goes after pan out, because that's what it's all about. But you want to get in shape, maybe you can try out for the Tigers. All you got to do is go to Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever, has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full-line merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed-out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
At Alta.
Uptime.
Madness. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Range you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment where?
Uptime.
Madness.
Uptime.
Madness. Get with the program, Chris. What up, though? And welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Rax.
What up, though?
I'm Chris, the Jeeper. JB Smooth on the ones and twos.
Shut up.
We're rocking along on a Thursday. Yeah, I was thinking about when I was laughing because I was like, damn, it's not professional. But our show was like fun anyway.
Yeah.
But remember, who's Mike, whatever? Mike, he's a rules guy for Fox.
Mike Pereira?
Yeah, he got caught in the camera doing the.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
You think it was like a girl, a guy? Like, because they sometimes joke with you.
I don't know. I'd assume like his significant other walked by or something.
He's working from home.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Maybe he's got them put a few rounds in. He has a business suit on.
Yeah, it's like if you've seen the John Clayton commercials from ESPN.
Yeah.
It's like that. He's just got the
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. John Clayton for sure.
He was, those commercials were the best.
Mom, my segment's over. He's got the ponytail and the Slayer shirt on.
Dude, those were fire.
Those were great.
I remember like younger, I didn't know like if that was real or not. I was like, what's going on right now? We got the Tigers out of the way. All right. I feel bad for Tigers fans. It's not. It's gonna be a long road.
Yeah, it's tough.
I had one question to ask him. That was the one I was gonna ask him. Like, how long do you see this?
It's gonna take a long, 5 or 6 years.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. But they can all change that. You know, if Chris Illich wants to be good next year, well, not anymore because everybody got paid. But
yeah,
baseball's the one sport where you can just say, all right, we're gonna be good next year.
That's fair. Yeah, at least contending or like playoffs. I don't know though. Are there any like high salary cap teams that didn't make the playoffs this past year?
I don't know, but the Padres just built a super team in a year and a half, so you can do it.
Oh, bringing it back to the Detroit Lions, as we talk tons of Lions in this show, and that's what it is this time of year. Football's king in this town. Jalen Reagor, wide receiver of the Minnesota Vikings.
Talking choppy.
Talking that mess.
He was talking that talk.
Yeah. Guaranteed a win against Detroit. Jalen Reagor has guaranteed the hashtag Vikings to win at Detroit. I asked him about the possibility of clinching the division, and he said, we're going to win. I asked him if that's a guarantee. Yes, he added. I'm not going to say nothing about it, about if we might win, meaning I'm expecting us to win. He has no doubts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what you got to say. You can't go up there and say, yeah, we're probably going to lose.
Was he not there for the first game?
No, he wasn't.
Wait, yeah, he barely played.
He wasn't. No, I don't even think he was on the team. I think he was still in Philadelphia.
No, he was. He joined them last year.
Oh, yeah.
He had 2 targets and 1 catch.
Jalen Reagor's a bum. It's what you got to say. It's what you got to say. You got to say, yeah, I'm confident we're going to win. I believe that we will win. But I think he's wrong. I think you're wrong, and I think you're going to be sorely disappointed, Mr. Reagor, because the Lions are going to win. Sorry. I guaranteed it on BDE. I'm guaranteed again. The Lions are going to win. 38-24.
Sheesh. I'm just saying, man, like, did this dude not think we needed more I'm sorry, I said we. I'm not French. Did he not think the Detroit Lions needed more like bulletin board material? Like, you were there for the last game. You know, you kind of like lucked into that whole situation. Like, it was OVO XO on to the next show. Then Dan Campbell fumbled the bag. I mean, Dan Campbell said himself, that game's going to like cause him nightmares for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he said he's going to remember that for the rest of his life. And that is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to give another team bulletin board material, and saying you guarantee a win is something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Hutch has more insider, or not Hutch, Hawk has more insider information than we thought.
Maybe.
And they know, no. It's just saying what you got to say. He went out there and he talked his talk, even though he's 7th in targets on the team.
Yeah. On the year, this dude has 8 targets, 6 receptions for 87 yards.
That's like Tom Kennedy going up to the stand and being like, I guarantee we beat the Bills.
How are you going to guarantee to win? You're not even seeing the field, pal.
I guarantee.
What are you doing?
It's easy to say you can guarantee they win when you're getting 2 routes a game, bud.
I guess that's fair, though, because, like, you're throwing out a guarantee. I'm not trying to go at you, but you're, like, down the team.
Try to go at me.
It's like borderline the same thing, though. Like, you're not the team.
You're right. I play about just as much for the Lions as Jalen Reagor does for the Vikings. So it's pretty fair. If he can do it, I can too.
It also could be like, do you pull the tweet up one more time? Actually, like looking at this tweet, it feels more like doctored or like, because he
kind of forced.
Yeah, he owes the media guy like, is that a guarantee? And then just a plain yes.
Is that a guarantee? Yes.
Yeah. And then he added the, I'm not going to say nothing about if we might win. I'm expecting us to win. I have no doubt. And that's everything that you said, too. Like, as a player, as a competitor.
As a player, that's what,
you want to speak that way about. Yeah, you speak things in the reality.
You can't go into a fight expecting you're going to lose or you're going to get knocked out.
I'm about to get my ass beat.
I'm not ready for this. Bruce Lee's about to whoop my ass. But that's what you have to say. And like I said, as a competitor, as somebody who plays a sport for a living, you need to go out there and have that self-confidence and have that confidence in your team. But you're wrong. But I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Lions are taking it.
I hope it flips into some bulletin board material. Stop. We shouldn't have started the show off right with a big innuendo. But I hope they can take that and turn it into like bulletin board material, because I was a little bit nervous that like they might fumble the bag a little bit because of all the hype heading into this one. Like, I understand the situation with the Minnesota Vikings, like them being 10-2, but 9 of those wins coming off of 1-score games, and I think like 6 more of them coming off of like walk-off touchdowns or like field goals. I understand like they're that team, but also understand as a Detroit Lions fan how many times this team has been in a position to seal a deal in either a playoff spot or even the division, and they fumbled it. They choked it away. Do you remember like 2013? I think we were a 10-win team at that point. And we had like 4 of the last games. It was like the Cowboys, Packers. They're all like teams that are also in the playoffs. And then we went 0-4. Just got our asses whooped. Had no chance to win the division at that point, and it was just. But I have that experience of it, so I'm kind of glad that he had. I guess I'm not gonna go at him like he's talking junk. Really, it was really kind of doctored up by the media a little bit. Why are you smiling while you're typing? What's going on over there?
Dude, the chat's going crazy. Detroit Devers and Wild Hogs in the Woodward Sports chat.
King Horse stole mine. He said longest yard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one too. CJ Snyder asks, why are we naming movies? I love that. I'll tell you this. Anybody who's like curious as to why we're naming movies, please, I promise you, if we rewind to the very beginning, it's probably like 30 seconds after the intro.
Yeah.
I think we went right into it.
It's good stuff.
Right into it. And then you can join all the fun.
But the Lions, they can win this game.
The Rocket Man.
They should win this game, and they will win this
Rocket
game.
Man.
I expect them to. Like you said, this is the healthiest this team has been all year. Jameson Williams is expected to get bigger workload in the offense.
You have no hesitation or reservation of like saying these things at all.
No.
And just I'm listening. The health,
how they've been playing over the past 5 games, how close that first matchup was on the road against the Vikings. This Lions team last year that was much worse than they are this year beat this Vikings team at home.
Yeah.
And the Vikings got a little bit better too, but I think the Lions improved.
This is crazy. Who are you this week?
I'm sorry, man.
I really feel like you're usually the negative Nancy, or like.
I'm just really confident that they can beat the Vikings. I'm not scared of the Vikings.
I know that they can. Like, I know it's a possibility. We almost saw it happen in week 3, but like, you just don't have any reservations off everything we've seen through our entire life.
No.
Like, do you remember that time that Jay Cutler got hurt and the division was wide open?
This is a different team, man.
Jay Cutler and Aaron Rodgers got hurt the same year.
This is a different regime. This is a different team. This is a different feeling. Like, I believe in Brad Holmes more than I've believed in any GM in Lions history.
That's fair.
I believe in Dan Campbell as a guy to have these men prepared to play, to have these men prepared to go out there and put their best foot forward and put themselves in positions to win this game. Like I said, if they play disciplined football, force turnovers, and score when the opportunity is presented to them like they have these past 5 weeks, no doubt in my mind they beat the Vikings.
JB, you're a gambling man. You are the degenerate of the show.
Yeah.
How you feeling about this man's confidence? Should we put Pete on the line? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in. I think the Lions are going to win. I don't know what this hype man of Jalen Reagor is doing right now. I give him credit, though. I mean, you got to stand up for your team. But let's be honest, bro. Looking at the stats, do you even football? like do you even touch the field, bro? Like, let's be honest. TJ Hawkinson came to this team like halfway through at the trade deadline, and he has more yards than you, bro. Come on right now. Like, I don't know what your deal is, but you need to pipe down, bro. Pipe down, little bro.
JB with the bars, bro. Do you even football?
You teach me to football?
Do you even football, son?
There's a lot to talk about. Just like there's a lot going on in Bedrock, Detroit. So why don't you tell people?
Do you think teammates are like, yo, why are you open up your trap? You don't even play.
Yeah, if I was Justin Jefferson, I'd be like, bro, pipe down.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Speaking of decked out Detroit, you guys check it out after the game. Honestly, like after the Detroit Lions game, after they get the guaranteed dub, which I'm thinking I'm gonna make a pizza bet with Spinny. You guys check out Decked Out Detroit. It's downtown Detroit, and it's all decked out for the holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge in Monroe Street Midway. The Midway is a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade. Plus, you can grab drinks at the lodge before and after the Lions game. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with DeckedOutDetroit.com.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been, I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rax. We got young Chris in the TV booth. JB smoothing the ones and twos. You guys, we have a like goal before 6 o'clock, all right? 169 likes. Let's do it. And if we do it, whatever wins this poll in the Woodward Sports chat will happen. All right. This is
John,
fun.
I hope it's not eat my microphone, though.
I'm voting for eat the microphone right now.
I voted for Punch Chris.
100%.
Oh my, Punch Chris is like 65% right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I voted for it too.
Oh, you freak ass little boy. All right, we were kind of talking about it. I kind of want to actually jump into this segment a little bit. We were talking about, do you think the Lions would mess us up? But we kind of had that conversation just now.
Yeah.
So we'll bump it, skip it. You want to talk about instead? Jameson Williams. The hype was all week last week.
Yes, it was.
And I get it, right? But at the same time, like there's only, for me as like a content creator, when we do the show, I always be like, how much stuff can we say that we haven't already said? You know, oh, I can't wait for him to play, can't wait for him to play. But people were still clicking on the videos just for us to say, I can't wait for him to play. Oh, guess what? He's really, really fast. We actually seen him in action last week.
Yes.
What are your expectations for week 2, Jamie?
My expectations are somewhat pulled back. I don't expect him to get a full workload pause. I expect him to go out there and get, 15 snaps, 15 to 20 snaps, maybe five routes, 3-4 targets. I expect him to be a part of the offense, more of a factor than he was in the last game, but I still don't expect him to be a piece that they're relying on.
Yeah.
But, man, it'd be cool to see him make a couple big catches. I'll tell you that. It'd be very cool to see Jameson Williams go out there and run around in that Vikings secondary.
Yeah.
That's been getting torched, honestly.
It's almost like it's too good to be real, I guess, the way it sets itself up. Like the whole situation, too, because, life works that way where you have wild stuff happen. But, don't forget, that was the pick we got from Minnesota. It was Jameson Williams. And now, his second game back. He's got his, he dipped his toe in the water already last week, and that's what they wanted. Dan came on the radio show this week, and he's like, yeah, I just really wanted him to get out there, have a couple of fights with guys, just get back to like football a little bit. And we have a tape on Jameson Williams speaking about that.
Yes, we do.
As bad as I wanted to do more, I feel like it wasn't about that. It was about what they said, getting my feet under me and making sure everything was good, making sure the movements was well and everything was more frequent. So I wanted to be out there more, but as I said, like it wasn't about that. We got a good win, so I feel like we did what we need to do.
It's jamming a lot.
Hell yeah. That's after a win, you're feeling good.
I feel like this week might be a little more the same, just because like at the same time too, like you gotta catch like a chemistry and groove with like your quarterback too, the quarterback and wide receiver. But at the same time, he did get a target last week.
He did get a target,
snaps.
and but that's not what it was about. Like you said, it was about getting his feet wet. It was about getting him out there, getting him some confidence, making sure that everything was okay. Kind of using him as a decoy, using him in some run plays. But I do expect him to get a couple more targets this week. I do expect him to get some balls thrown his way, and hopefully he can come down with one.
What do you make of the gunner situation they were talking about last week? They had
oh, yeah, that's not a chance. He's not playing gunner. It's not going to happen.
I know that they talked about it today, actually. Do we have a video from that one, too? The special team coach?
Yes, we do.
Run that one, because I want to hear. I'm curious what this guys say, too.
Once we got the go-ahead, like I went to him also and just said, hey, are you sure you want to do this? And he said, oh, yeah, I want to play. And I said, all good. If he had told me no, then I wasn't going to play him there. So
I didn't. A lot of people had beef with that. I really didn't. You can't be scared.
Yeah.
Like, this is the game. This is football. Like, he had, like, I don't know. I'm not really tripping over the situation. Like, you guys think, like, if you're that scared that he's, like, that fragile, he's going to get hurt immediately right away.
I just don't think it's not that he's that fragile. It's just that it's a situation that he doesn't need to be in, because no matter who you are, no matter how fragile you are, every time you step on that field, it's calculated risk that you could get hurt. So how important you expect him to be to this offense, I don't think putting him in a situation that's somewhat unnecessary for him to be in.
But at the same time, as a rookie, right, you kind of have to, like, earn your stripes. Malcolm had to do so on special teams.
He's a first-round draft pick. There's a difference between, as much as I love Malcolm, there's a difference between a first-round draft pick and a sixth-round draft pick. The amount of money invested in, the amount of stock invested into doing that, and putting someone like that out there as a gunner. I mean, yeah, if he's healthy, if he's good to go, if he wants to do it, fine. But you have special teams guys for that. You have other guys for that.
Mm-hmm.
Put Tom Kennedy out there, gunner. Don't put Jamo out there, gunner.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him making tackles. Like, that's not what you brought him here to do. You didn't bring him out here. You didn't draft Jameson Williams to be a gunner on special teams.
He played special teams in college, though.
Yeah,
he was damn good.
He was returning
the ball,
kicks.
too, yeah.
If you put him out there as a punt returner or a kickoff returner, I still wouldn't like it as much, but I'd at least accept that because he's a weapon with the ball in his hands. But having him be on kick coverage, no. No thanks.
What's your over-under for yards in Jameson Williams week 2?
Week 2?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, week 2 of Jameson Williams, like returning. Obviously, it's not week 2.
15.5.
That's it?
I don't think he's going to get a lot of targets.
He got a target in only 2 passing routes
one
ran.
Target, yeah. I think he'll get, 4 targets, 5 targets, maybe?
15? Come on.
What's yours?
30.
Under.
Over. Look at the one target he got was on like a 40-yard ball.
What do you think his stat line is going to be then?
But predicting like an actual stat line?
Yeah.
Ooh, we should have a bold prediction segment. 37 yards. I want to throw a touchdown in there, but I don't think that'll happen. I mean, it's a possibility. This is like a really important game too, so you can't just be out there like dicking around to have Jamo make some plays just to make them. But I mean, he's still. Put it to you this way: like last week again was supposed to be just him getting his feet wet.
Yeah.
But he damn sure ran well enough to get a target already, and that's without having that type of chemistry with like Jared Goff. So week 2, I expect him to be definitely more active, and in any route that he's running, and I didn't mean like go at you for 15 yards, but like come on, it's look how fast
I don't
this
think
freaking
he's
dude
going
is.
to get a lot of catch. I think he's going to have 3 catches for 27 yards.
Okay.
And because one of them will,
so that's closer to my 30.
One of them will be
20 yards,
like a screen pass.
Yeah.
So one of them he'll get the catch, but he'll only get a couple yards. 2 of them will be 10+ yard catches.
JB, can you pull that up on FanDuel or see if there is anything up on there on him yet? I saw that.
Give me a second. I'll take a look and see.
Good, I apologize.
Goodness.
JB is that. What was another comment?
Jeremy Anderson in the Woodward Sports chat. He said Mozzie plays gunner.
Oh wow, low blow.
That's a low blow for sure.
That's a low blow. But no,
it's funny though. But
no, it is funny.
A low blow.
No, yeah, 30 yards for sure, bro. I mean, even if he takes a short pass, like he's liable to take it to the crib. Even if it's a screen pass, like you said too. Like he was a former kick returner in college, so he's good at reading the field. You know what I'm saying? He's got field vision.
Also, Harrison Smith out there and Patrick Peterson, might lay the stick on him, man. Pause.
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, Patrick Peterson, maybe he's getting up there. That's crazy too.
He's been playing great this year, though.
He has.
Yeah.
He's the one bright piece. I feel like outside of Darius Smith for them.
Yeah.
That's a guy I don't want to get his hands on. Jameson Williams
or Harrison Smith, dude. Harrison Smith's a heavy hitter for that safety position.
Yeah. I think 30 yards is more realistic to me. I know I looked earlier for his touchdown props. I was kind of pissed off because I actually wanted to take the bet, but it was plus 270. I didn't look at the yardage though. Do they have anything up there on yardage yet, JB?
No, they have nothing up here for him just yet. So
I'm curious.
I don't think they will. Though,
in the Woodward Sports chat, Drago says 6 for 70.
6 is a lot.
6 is a lot.
6 is a lot. You got to think about Amon Ra got 11 catches last week. I don't know how many targets, but 11 catches. Damn sure probably got 13, 14 targets. Yeah. His most receptions for real. That's Goff's go-to guy. So I don't really know if 6 is a thing unless you got to think too. They really have to have rapport.
I think he's going to get 5 targets.
Maybe he could get.
I think he'll get 3 catches on 5 targets.
Maybe 6 isn't too out of the question because right when
6 catches.
Only because look at the situation with T.J. Hawkinson when he went there. He got catches right away.
Yeah, but you think he's going to be running that many routes? I don't think he's going to play that much. How many snaps do you think he's going to get?
What did he play? 8 last week?
Yeah.
2 of them were victory formation snaps. I'd say 20 snaps.
20 snaps? Yeah, that seems reasonable. 15 to 20 snaps.
You're the residential gambling man, JB. How many?
Up? Make up the line.
Yeah, you make up the line.
Under 25?
At 25 yards.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be out there he's going to be out there running routes, but I don't think they're going to sit here and target him. If anything, he might get a goal line touchdown just because, but that's only a couple yards right there.
No. If it's goal line, Jamal's getting the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's the greatest goal line merchant in NFL history.
I was listening to Amon St. Brown. He's got his own podcast, and he's like, they all know that the receiver room jokes around, as soon as it's within 3 or 4 yards, he's like, damn. Yeah, literally. So the one he got last week, he was like, I got lucky, It was just a touch and go.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the Woodward Sports chat? I'm curious, what do you guys think Jamo's stat line is going to be? I see David Constable says 4 catches for. That's a big difference. He says from 50 to 120 yards.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
It's not your 2 to 5.
Yeah, about a 70-yard swing.
I mean, he's liable. Maybe.
I think he'll finish with 5 targets, 3 receptions, 27 yards.
John Jones must be JB's burner. That one says 2 catches for 25. That's right where JB had him.
3 catches for 69 yards, says Emerald Eyes.
For some reason, I feel like that's going to happen.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. But, I mean, 3 catches. Think about it this way. DJ Chark last week, every catch was 19 yards at least. Jamo is faster than DJ. He's going to be running probably similar routes.
He is. I don't know. We'll see. I hope he goes over. I hope they're using him more than I think they are, but I don't think they're going to put.
Yeah, I don't think he's
put
going
him
to be
out
a
there
big
that
part
much.
of the
Like I
offense.
said, I think he'll
yet.
get 15 to 20 snaps. He'll run 10 routes and get 6 targets.
Chris, you went undefeated in your picks last week, so you might still have some magic left in you. You laid out there. What's the numbers?
Okay, are we going off of JB's, like over under? Would I take that?
No, we're going off. Yeah, we're going off of young.
What's just my stat line prediction?
Yeah.
I like 3 catches, 5 targets. That makes a lot of sense to me, and I'll do 30 yards flat. I think that's about right because he's a fast guy. So
3 catches, 30 yards.
Yeah, 3 catches, 30 yards. I think you guys made a lot of good points about him being able to create separation. But my question to you guys around the room: how many weeks of progression do you think we have to see before it's like, okay, he's fully acclimated with the team?
3 to 4.
Yeah, about probably.
I was gonna say 3 to 4
weeks.
week
or 2 weeks after this game, and then he'll be getting full workload.
Like, to be honest, everything that I'm throwing out here right now, I definitely know that I'm jumping the gun because my expectations isn't much, but I guess I just factored in the target that he got last week.
Yeah,
it was on a deep route, and like to even get the target, that means JG's looking for him.
If you're like Ryan Lentz and you think he's going to go for, he said like 140 yards and 2 touchdowns,
jeez,
you might need someone to talk to.
Put some
We
money
got
on that
the
one.
place for you. That is SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pig game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you come check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. And now, it's time for the Midway Minute.
Best time of
The
the day.
Midway has swapped its roller skating, basketball, and mini golf for a giant Arctic slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, and puck putt. With free entry to site, enjoy the variety of new activities aimed at creating exceptional winter experiences for everyone. Get into the Midway this winter and enjoy Santa sightings and tasty treats, and make magical memories during the most wonderful time of the year. You guys got to proofread these things.
Yeah, I saw the activations on there. All the fun activations.
Yeah, but
they got the winter bumper cars.
They got the Arctic slide, which people want us to go down, but like I said, I'm got health insurance, so
It's a lot of shouties out there.
if you guys, if I'll go down the Arctic slide if the chat says they'll pay for my hospital bills if I get hurt.
If we hit 169 likes within the next 4 minutes, we'll go down the Arctic slide.
No,
like Saturday.
It's not worth it.
I'm picking him up. We're going Saturday. It's a slide.
I know, but
you're not gonna get hurt on a slide.
saw what that Bella Isle slide was doing to people.
It's made of ice.
They also got puck putt. I want to try out puck putt. That sounds fun.
This is the Arctic slide. It's an Arctic blast. Oh, there's no way we do this. It's an inner tube.
Exactly, bro.
Ride the inner tube down 20 foot high, 80 foot long slide. Brought to you by Come Play Detroit.
Oh, it's just a slide, bro.
You'll be all right, dude.
I'm gonna die. No, but have a good time, man. They got the puck putt, which I'm going to beat D-Mac in puck putt. We're going to go down there. I'm going to beat him in puck putt.
That's what's up.
We got the Midway Arcade. You can come inside, warm up, get some games in.
You're the heaviest favorites. Yeah,
Toasty
foods.
treats. They got burgers, pierogies, homemade chili, chicken sandwiches, and mac and cheese bites.
Maybe we should do a homemade chili review.
I'm down, but I'm definitely getting some mac and cheese bites.
Mac and cheese bites slap.
They sound good.
100%.
I used to get mac and cheese bites from Conrad's.
I heard Santa's down there
Those
too.
boys are fire.
I want to have an eating contest. Us two and Santa.
Hey,
Who's gonna win? That would be that would be lit.
A mac and cheese bite eating contest.
Catch us down at the Monroe Street Midway all winter long.
It's gonna be live.
It's lit. All right. Did that whole conversation previously? What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. That previous conversation get you excited for? I had to get it in.
Sound like me reading the polling.
I know. Did you get more hype for Jamo after that?
Yeah, I got I don't know. I think you guys are delusional, not JB or Sus. I just Chris. I just think you're delusional.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, Maz today.
Dude, I know, Chris. You waited way too long to switch up the name on us. Man.
Yeah,
That's
it's tough.
I know.
It's got to be way harder for people. This doesn't correlate at all. Don't take this the wrong way. But people with sex changes, we can't even say Chris over Sus anymore. Imagine coming in as Chanel or something like that.
How are you connecting this to identity? You're saying I identified as Sus, and now I identify as Chris. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, literally, yeah.
I heard a really good joke, but I don't want to.
No, say it. Get canceled. Cancel.
Yeah, because you can't say jokes. But why did the transgender man only eat salad?
Because he has no meat.
Because he was a her before.
That's
canceled. I heard it from the Sidemen. Have you ever seen the Sidemen?
I have.
KSI and all.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny.
They are pretty funny. All right.
Doesn't save you. Canceled.
Yeah.
The whole reason why that Sus conversation came up too is
do whatever you want. I really don't care, honestly.
We've all we call him Chris now. We try to. And then Maz today. And Maz is such a sweetheart too. So you can't even get mad at him. He does it. He's like,
That's
hey, Sus. Yeah, did you say
That's why
anything
I didn't even say anything, bro. I was like, all right. I was like, I'll just let it ride. I'm cool with the OGs calling it because I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, it's just funny because it came out of nowhere. Because every day he daps me up and he goes, "Hey, Chris," and he'll dap me up. But I think he's really salty about that trade not going through. I think that's what it is. Because right after
he tried trading you?
Yeah, right after in fantasy, he proposed me a trade, and right after he said Big Sus, he goes, "You should have took my trade."
And Steve Lehman says Brittany Griner is canceling the heavyweights. I was kind of worried about getting canceled over the Brittany Griner stuff today.
Yo, we have an old.
Yeah.
I didn't want to point you guys to it.
No.
Yeah. It was the last one on the old channel.
My dad told me about that. He was like, you might want to watch it with that stuff.
It's on the old channel, you guys. Want to do it? Go for it.
Group chats were worse.
Group chats were much
worse. 100%.
My group chats ever get leaked, it's over for me. I'll tell you that right now.
For everybody.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's fair.
That's standard.
That's like when people were like, well, I don't know. Gruden was on a whole other level.
I have there was a South Park episode, actually the only whole season South Park did that was on one topic is called Troll Trace.
Yeah.
And they released everybody's internet history and internet searches so trolls would get exposed. And people are at the end of it, they avoid it from all getting released, and they interview the first guy to use the internet again after, the whole Troll Trace situation, and he was like, "Sir, now everyone is being very careful about what they say. They don't want to put themselves in a situation like that again. What did you do as the first person on the internet?" He's like, "I emailed my friend Larry." He's like, "And what did you send Larry?" He's like, "I sent him a picture of my dick, and I called him an ot. I called him a hard ot." And then they cut off. It's just because I don't know. It's a great,
I was nervous that what was going for.
It's a great season of South Park. I'm not even Swedish.
All right.
So funny.
So you got the Detroit Lions locked in, guaranteed. Are we pizza bet? Air shake on a pizza bet? You bullied me into guaranteeing that the Philly game.
Yeah.
That's a 2-cam shot, Chris.
Yeah.
See it?
There we go.
Well, not that one. Well, I guess that kind of works too.
Yeah. Reach it through.
Hope the fist went through. All right, you're guaranteeing the dub, and I can't. It's crazy because it's usually the shoes on the other foot. You know, we are vice versa in these roles, and part of it is because of some of these matchups. I know that Justin Jefferson's considered one of the best wide receivers in this league. I hated doing my top 5 for the rankings we did for the receivers because either one of those guys could easily be one.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn said today that if he's not top 5, he's number 1. He's 2, or
who?
Vice versa.
Jay Jettis?
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you have Dalvin Cook, which he's haunted us for years. Adam Thielen resurrected his career out of nowhere, and then in week 3 that was really annoying. But what matchups are you looking forward to that the Detroit Lions can lock down that you could say that they're going to keep those guys tame?
I have a couple matchups that I was looking for. I looked at them. Number 1 is Jerry versus Thielen, because I'm assuming they're going to have Hefe on Justin Jefferson again after the performance that he did in that first game. So Jerry Jacobs versus Adam Thielen, or would it be? No, it'll be Thielen's their slot.
I could see him. I could still see it working out that way. I don't know if they necessarily use a slot all the time.
But they're going to need someone to slow down Thielen.
Yeah.
Because you can let Justin Jefferson do him. You're not going to.
I don't know if you want to let him.
You're not. Yeah, you can't let him. But there's not much you can. I would 100% guarantee he's not going to go for 3 for 13 again. So Justin Jefferson's going to get his. You need to make sure that Adam Thielen does not beat you. You need to make sure that Adam Thielen isn't getting these big catches down the stretch. It will probably be Jacobs because it was Awarie guarding him last time they played.
Yes.
So, Jerry versus Adam Thielen is a big one for me. And then on the flip side, Patrick Peterson versus, I put question marks. Because I don't know if they're going to have him follow Amon-Ra around, if he's going to be out there on Jamo, if he's going to be looking at DJ Chark, because DJ Chark kind of got involved in the offense last week. So whoever Patrick Peterson lines up against, I'm going to be looking at that because you might need to stray away from that.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember from the last time obviously week 3 we were division opponents facing twice, but I was watching the Vikings media side of things and the matchups they're looking forward to. And I don't remember the name specifically, but I guess he used to play for the team. But he's kind of disrespecting Amon-Ra St. Brown. He was he's not that hard to contain. Just contain him, And then Amon-Ra St. Brown went out and did what Amon-Ra St. Brown does, just as he did the year before that too, in the second matchup they had, where you were there for.
Yeah.
Game-winning touchdown. And I think now, obviously they thought that way. Maybe they do lock him down with Patrick Peterson. They try to.
They'll probably try to. I would assume they
30
would.
yards.
And then you gotta, if you're Jared Goff, you have to go to other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to get his. He's going to get open, so hit him when he's open. But don't try to force things against a guy like Patrick Peterson because he'll jump a route and he'll make a play.
Yeah.
And then my third matchup that I want to watch is Penei Sewell versus Zadarius Smith. Because Zadarius Smith is still he isn't having the greatest year, but he is still a great pass rusher.
Yeah.
And Penei Sewell has been kind of handling great pass rushers this year. You look at what he did to Micah Parsons, to Kayvon Thibodeau, to Trayvon Walker, to other guys like that. I want to see him get his hands on Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith kind of moves around a lot.
I was just about to say that.
He moves around the defense a lot. Sometimes he goes from the backer spot. Sometimes he's on the outside, inside.
See him rush the inside.
He moves around a lot. So, but I want to see Penei Sewell get his hands on. Because if he goes inside, he's going to get handled by Frank. So I don't know if he wants to go inside. I'd almost assume that he's going to be rushing from the outside a lot this week.
Yeah.
And so I want to see how Penei handles it.
We have that one new guard, though. The one I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Evan Brown's back at practice.
Evan Brown's back at practice this week? Maybe he starts.
Yeah.
But even then, I always thought Evan Brown is more... No, I guess he's good in the past, too. But, I mean, that's a matchup I'm looking forward to. Zadarius Smith, how the hell we're going to stop him. I'm looking at the stats right now. Jared Goff kept clean in the last matchup. And that's when your team's fairly healthy. I mean, not so much Detroit Lions, but the Minnesota Vikings were. Dancer's coming back for them, too. So I guess maybe that's a cornerback matchup you want to look forward to. Maybe Dancer or Jamo is what we're looking forward to. But I'm starting to come along to where you guys are with the guarantees and putting the money on the Lions and thinking they're going to win because DJ Chark is healthy now, too. Coming off 90 yards last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the worst passing defense in the league. I'm telling you, worse than the Lions. That's no cap. They're averaging, I think, 280 yards a game. This is what I'm saying, too. If Jamo was going to have a storybook type of game, you know what I'm saying, it'd be against these guys, against the worst defense, against a team that passed up on drafting him and rather traded him to a division opponent, and then they took him with it,
Mm-hmm.
But matchups I'm looking for, the biggest one is, and you already said it, Jeff Okudah versus Justin Jefferson, part 2. only because Jeff Okudah handily won the first one, and I get he had bracket coverage, but as a man, Justin Jefferson, a competitor at the least, prideful, knowing that you're a damn good wide receiver, and knowing you just got shut down by a guy who's like not really looked at as one of the best,
especially at that point.
Especially at that point. This year, he's kind of put himself out there to being a very good cornerback. I don't know where I'd put him exactly in rankings. I'm not going to put him top 5 or anything like that, but top 10 maybe, top 15 for sure. Jeff Okudah's been playing great this year.
Top 10 corner this year?
Yeah, maybe. I said top 10 maybe. Top 15 for sure. I'd have to look at it because a lot of people are having down years. And Jeff Okudah's been playing fantastic so far this year. But
I was looking at the numbers, coverage grades. He's 43 amongst cornerbacks.
Well, yeah,
but that's PFF.
PFF, yeah.
Well, you know what? That might be a thing to do tomorrow.
It might. We might have to do that. We have a lot on the docket tomorrow. But if you want to, go into this game looking good, you can go to Lady Jane's, because you can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. And make sure, if you're at a Lady Jane's, if you're having a good time, getting your hair cut, ask them about wicked awesome wishes, because this is something that the owner of Lady Jane's and our boss, Chad Johnson, does every year. And him and Jeff Okudah are partnering up with Wicked Awesome Wishes to make some great things happen for underprivileged and downtrodden people in the city of Detroit. People who don't have the same opportunities as you and I do. People who don't have the same financial stability as a lot of us. And they're making things happen for them. They're making sure that they have just as good of a holiday season as you do. So next time you're in Lady Jane's, or if you just want to come in, if you don't go to Lady Jane's, if you don't need a haircut, come in, talk to one of the stylists about Wicked Awesome Wishes, because anything you can do to help will be huge for those people, for everyone else receiving help from Chad Johnson and Jeff Okudah this holiday season.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuffa Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. 403-0011. Michael Phillips, game on.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the ones, twos, and we're rocking along on a Thursday. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. You had an interesting fact during the commercial break. The stat actually should say Jamo Williams, 14 touchdowns, just as many as the Denver Broncos on the season.
Jamo Williams has scored as many touchdowns this year as the Denver Broncos.
That is wild.
Let Russ cook, baby.
Let Russ cook. But we had another fun stat to go by.
We do. I thought of this in the back. I made the correlations because I saw I forget who it was. I think it was Barstool or someone tweeted out that the Minnesota Vikings are the worst 10-2 team ever.
Yeah.
And someone in that thread said last year's Cardinals would like a word. So I was like, oh wait, the Lions were the team to break the Cardinals' souls last year.
That's fair.
And the Lions did that when the Cardinals were 10-3. And they came into Detroit and got that ass whooped for 4 quarters.
Lions
fans! Do you remember that game? I could have went to that game, but I turned the tickets down.
Why?
I didn't really feel like going.
You thought they got their asses whooped?
Yeah, I did, honestly. And now, fast forward to this year, we have the Minnesota Vikings coming into Detroit at 10-2. Feeling good, but kind of fraudulent. Can the Lions do the same thing to the Vikings this year that they did to the Cardinals last year and just break their spirit?
Maybe it becomes like a December tradition for Detroit Lions teams.
Yeah.
Having a winning team come in here and just whoop that ass. It's kind of crazy, the fact that, we had that situation last year. It does correlate, I think that date was December 18th. This one's December 9th or 8th? 10th. Yeah, today's December 8th.
Yeah. December 11th.
December, also still not even that far, a week away. We're a week away from repeating the same thing. That's wild, actually. Mm-hmm. Make it to the tradition. Hell
why
yeah.
Not? Why not?
The cooler part about this situation is it's a meaningful game. It actually means something towards the season. And no, it's not the draft pick. You know what I'm saying? It's not the situation where I guess we could lose that one. It's gonna benefit us in the long run. No, the Detroit Lions are actually fighting for a playoff spot.
Fighting for the playoffs.
It's crazy too. If they do win this one, they're still under 500. But still, they're in it. They're in the graphic 100%.
Playoffs. Yeah, they're definitely in the graphic. This is a game that they need to win. This is obviously they need to win the rest of their games, but especially this one because it's against the division opponent. It's against the team you should beat, in my opinion, even though they are 10-2.
Yeah.
And that is something I can see happening. Maybe not derail their whole season like the Lions did to the Cardinals last year.
Yeah.
But they can go out there and they can punk this Vikings team.
For sure,
they punked the Cardinals last year. They can do it. This Viking team is just as fraudulent as the Cardinals were last year. Kirk Cousins, like I said, I love you, man. Spartan dog. Do your thing. Just not this week. Because Kirk Cousins is not this top 10 quarterback. He's not this big, bad guy. Kyler Murray might be better than Kirk Cousins. I don't know. With the new Call of Duty coming out, I might have to think about that. But I just think this is a team that has been kind of skating by some of these wins.
Absolutely.
They've been barely making it out of places alive. And as of the past 2 years, Detroit is the place that 10-win teams come to die.
You're 100% correct.
So give me the Vikings. We're going to break their... I want to rip his heart out of his chest and eat it. That's what they're going to do to the Vikings on Sunday. They're going to punk them, 38-24.
Last time I said that the Packers beat us, just to let you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not you.
That's fair. Yeah, no, the Vikings, 9 out of 10 wins are one-score games. I believe it's 6 of them are from, walk-off touchdowns or field goals. And, you hear that, and you look at the Detroit Lions schedule, the beginning half of our schedule, monsters. Mm-hmm. I think every single one of our losses is to a playoff team, if I'm not mistaken, or a team that's currently slotted to make the playoffs and or in the wild card. But the Vikings in this situation go down with the Saints. I remember we watched that one because that was one over in London, and that was against Andy Dalton back when he was a backup at that point getting in there. They barely won that one. That was crazy. The Chicago Bears, 29-22. That's not a team that should be that. I guess we had a close game against the Bears too, so I ain't going to talk all.
Well, if you're 10-2, you shouldn't be having a close game against the Bears.
That's fair. Cardinals are a great team this year. Washington's a team that we beat. They got lucky, easily lucky against the Buffalo Bills. That situation that happened with Josh Allen, like fumbling in the end zone.
4 turnovers.
Yeah, that was wild.
4 turnovers by the Bills in that game.
And then Justin Jefferson saved them, which, I mean, he's playing this game, so I'm not going to discount that.
Yeah, that was that. That was a fluke.
Yeah.
He fumbled on the goal line. And
it ended up touchdown for them.
Yeah.
When does that even happen?
That never happens.
And then here's a perfect example. Dallas Cowboys, which they whooped us up pretty good too.
They did.
But 40-3.
Not that bad.
In Minnesota.
They didn't whoop us that bad. This is a team that beat the Patriots, though.
And before we were even before we were actually competing, we almost beat them too. The Flinch almost beat the Vikings. No, the Detroit Lions almost beat them too in Minnesota. On their home turf. So I mean, I might be buying pizza next week.
I'm telling you, I am very confident in this win. I'm very confident the Detroit Lions get a W on Sunday. If they don't, I will be disappointed. As crazy as that sounds, for a 5-6 team to lose to a 10-2 team and the fans to be disappointed, I will be disappointed if they lose. And more disappointed, more like let down, because this is a team that has been exposed. This is a team that is not as good as their record states, and a team you almost beat when you are much worse off than you are right now if you're the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I guess my one concern would be yes, I have been defending the Glen, but Justin Jefferson's still a dog.
He is.
He's still. I mean,
not against the Lions this year, though.
Not this year.
No, but I expect him to have a big game.
But he has that stuck in his craw.
I expect it.
You know what I'm saying? You never heard that?
I know, but that's like something like a 50-year-old says. I
Yeah,
can hear that
true.
from Maz.
You know what's crazy? I never heard the term Johnny on the spot until Flannel Sam said it.
That
And
is
now I hear
also,
it every single time.
something a 50-year-old says.
Yeah.
Flannel says that he says boomer expressions a lot. Anywho, anytime he says that, it makes me laugh.
Anywho.
Flannel's an old soul.
But no, I mean, Justin Jefferson has that experience previously, and then he's going to want to make up for it. But at the same time, too, we have gotten better. The Detroit Lions have. I'm talking about from Malcolm Rodriguez, who I thought was a dog beforehand. Kirby Joseph. Aiden Hutchinson. Let's be real about the situation. We had this conversation with Flannel Sam, too. It was we hit a certain spot in this season. We were we're ready for you now.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Let's see it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
And now, consistently, we've seen Aiden Hutchinson impact games. Whether it's in the stat sheet or if it's just him doing the damn thing. Aiden Hutchinson showed up now. And now, too, we heard about from our guy, Matt Falk, earlier in the week, too. They're missing their left tackle. They got their backup left tackle in, too. Yeah. Damn, I'm buying pizza next week.
Damn it. I can't get them this week.
Too fast today. I'm doing good, but... Got him.
Damn! I never get caught.
Yeah, you don't. Good.
Got him.
But I expect that is going to play a big role. The way Hutchinson's been performing, the way this defensive line has been performing outside of Hutchinson. We talked a lot about James Houston. We talked a lot.
He's just seeing it.
We talked about Ali McNeil and his performance, where he had 12 pressures in a game. I don't know about Julian Okwara's health status or if Romeo Okwara is going to play in this game. But the Lions now have pieces on that defensive line that they can move around. And if you don't have your starting offensive line, it might be dangerous for Kirk Cousins to be standing back there.
We sacked him twice last time. And we only have 22 on the season.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're on 2 shots.
I know. I'm glad that's why I didn't go all out, because I looked up and saw. But the Lions' defense is going to be important to this game, and what's more important than the Lions' defense is your defense. And if you want great defense, all you got to do is go to Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm will keep you safe and give you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road with their 24/7 local monitoring. They make sure the things that are important to you stay safe. All you have to do is call 1-800
Stay out.
That's 1-800
Stay out
right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Look at this guy.
Damn.
This is what Ryan Armani used to look like.
Ryan Armani.
Oh my God, it's Ryan Armani.
He's looking damn good nowadays, though.
Nobody wants to look like that.
Nope.
Everybody wants to look like that.
You're not making movies like that.
And that is Ryan Armani now, all thanks to Custom Health. He lost over 20 pounds already. You'll be surprised, that's just 20 pounds. But if you want help losing weight, making sure you can get in a good shape, call Custom Health Centers at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. And let Custom Health Centers help you get to your ideal weight.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rax.
What up, though?
We got Chris, the artist formerly known as Words We Can't Say. JB Smooth on the ones and twos. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I got one more point I wanted to make out of the Vikings thing, and then I promise we'll jump into Chris's fast break. But I forgot Josh Pascal that we got now.
Yeah.
Like, Romeo Quarles coming back now, and they're missing that left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of pizza you want, Spinny?
Mushroom and bacon.
All right. Pizza bet off. I don't care. No other man forward. Let's do pepperoni.
No, not pepperoni.
Dude.
Sausage?
All right.
Pretzel.
No. Get out of here.
Rather have pepperoni.
See, and then we were just about to let you talk, too.
But do
my segment canceled.
barbecue chicken.
Okay. I like that one. I like that.
All right, guys.
All right,
let's do some fast
time for
break.
the fast break.
Let's do some fast break.
The fast break with Slow Chris.
First one. First one on the board for you guys. Let's talk about Lindsey Hunter. In honor of Lindsey Hunter joined the network. What 04 Piston, excluding the starting 5, because that's easy, would you want on today's Piston? Easy. I'll start with you.
Which Piston I want from the 04 team on today's? Tayshaun.
I said excluding the starting 5.
Excluding the starting 5.
Yeah. What are the bench players?
Give me Lindsey.
You okay? Spencer?
Oh, man.
You want me to throw some names for you?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
I don't know. We need scoring. We need shooting.
04 Pistons bench didn't have a lot of that.
They didn't have a lot of that.
A lot of defense,
what kind
though.
of question is this?
It's on honor of Lindsey Hunter, man.
Point guard. Oh, man. What do I want? Chucky Atkins?
Okay.
Take Chucky Atkins.
I actually didn't consider him because of the trade, but JB.
Tell him to F off.
Mike James, Darvin Ham, one of those two.
Mike James is a good answer. My answer would be Lindsey Hunter, because I think a veteran guard that's defensive minded would fit in today's day and age, especially with this Piston team, and it'd be no more Corey Joseph minutes, and I know how happy that would make you, Spence. So I'm surprised that wasn't your pick. My other honorary one would be Mike James, but if we were extending it to the starters, I think the obvious answer is Sheed. Easy, I'll let you. Yeah. I'll let you go. Do you agree with that?
The starters?
Yeah. If you could throw anyone on the team.
Damn. I mean, I said Tayshaun first, but it's Sheed.
I'm taking Sheed for sure.
That's the first one.
That's my favorite basketball player ever.
Yeah.
Like Sheed is my guy.
Yeah.
And his skill set translates to this
perfectly
so well.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
And exactly to what the Pistons need.
Attitude.
A stretch four.
Yeah.
And some attitude. Some guys not going to take. He'll get a lot more technicals, which
a lot more.
They're not going to let him do what he got away with back in 04, but I love Sheed, man. That's my guy, so I'm taking Sheed.
Yeah. Not to mention the best go-to scorer on the Pistons, like the best bucket getter on the team, I'd say. I mean, Rip Hamilton scored, but at the end of the day, Rasheed's the ISO guy. You can give it to him on the block, and the Pistons desperately need a creator. So I think Sheed, for defense, offense, attitude, just positional need, everything fits the team. But
KG called him one of the best power forwards you ever played against.
Yeah. Literally everybody unanimously respects Rasheed Wallace.
He's so talented, man. He's so have you seen the highlight tapes of him doing trick shots?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's just going underhand from like 3 rows in.
Dude just had a gift for basketball. Like
underhand full court shots. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's how my conversation of ceilings out of simulations out of 10 career simulations, that's how it started. It started with Rasheed Wallace because everybody talks about him like he's one of the greatest power forwards ever. But next question, let's talk about the bench. The Pistons bench has actually been improving recently. They scored 50 last night in New Orleans. It was a loss, but 50 points. And in the last 5 games, they've been 13th in bench point scoring in the league. So, Eazy, I'll start with you. Are your thoughts improving on the Piston bench? They're getting healthier. What do you think? Are you up? Are you down on the Pistons bench? How are you feeling about it?
It's so hard to feel any type of way about this team because it's so far away from like being like what the final product is. You know what I'm saying? Like Alec Burks possibly a trade piece. Nerlens Noel, he's not seeing the court anyway, but he's going to be gone too. Like this roster is going to shape shift so many times before it's a final product. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm sure I'm happy. There's some young guys in there too, Jalen Duren included.
Spencer.
Yeah, I like it. I liked Alec Burks a lot when we signed him. When we got healthy, he was an important piece to that bench. He's the second best shooter on the team. He moved Sadiq Bey to the bench. Obviously, that's going to provide a lot scoring punch on top of that. And yeah, Jalen Duren's probably my favorite player on this team right now.
Kevin Knox too. We had a little bit of a conversation.
Kevin Knox is the greatest NBA player of all time.
Yeah, hands down.
The Fortnite guy. Come on.
All right, JB.
Oh, I was going to mention Kevin Knox as well, too. And I got to give credit to you guys. Alec Burke, like, he's coming on in himself right now. I still don't like Corey Joseph, but, I mean, I'm okay. I'm satisfied with the bench right now, especially Sadiq Bey.
Yeah. That's honestly what fueled my question about Lindsey Hunter, was just, number one, it's cool having Lindsey Hunter, but two, it was like, recently, Corey Joseph, in the last 4 games, 2 of them scored 0 points. The other 2 games was good, but just up, down, you just never know what you're going to get with him. So I'm vaguely impressed with the Pistons bench, or mildly impressed, I should say, but overall they got some improvement to do in that end, and that will only happen with, obviously, Cade coming back, hopefully, and putting Killian in his role and letting him get more minutes with Alec Burks. I like the chemistry, by the way, with Burks and Duren. That's giving some real nice chemistry. But the next question I wanted to do actually ties in with Duren probably, and that is rebounding. So with the Pistons being 25th in the NBA in rebounding, starting Jalen Duren, who's been obviously the best rebounder on this Piston team, although you could argue Isaiah Stewart, how much does Jalen Duren's rebounding impact the Pistons, and how many spots could they actually improve with Jalen Duren in the starting lineup, or just getting more minutes? Easy.
I think a lot. Honestly, I think they would improve a lot. I think just we saw it in his first game ever. We actually just had this conversation with Lindsey in the back. Just his presence in the paint alone, like, forces people to like choose other routes to score the basket. You saw it last night too. I mean, we were again
double.
Yeah, and we were pissed off. He came out of the fourth quarter for no reason. And it's like
they threw him right back in.
Dwane Case, yeah, exactly. Like,
he
why
was like,
you even take him out?
My bad.
He was heating up. Like, we're not going anywhere this season. Play Duren.
Yeah. Spencer?
Yeah, no, start him tomorrow. Start him as soon as possible. This guy, like I said, he's probably my favorite player on the team. The way he plays, the level of athleticism, his defensive awareness, and we were talking about that with Lindsey. Like, on defense, you know, some people either have it or they don't. Some people either know how to defend or they don't. And this guy has a knack for blocking shots and protecting the rim, and that is something the Pistons desperately need. So put him out there.
Okay, JB.
I'd start him, as Spencer says, tomorrow. I don't know why we aren't doing this now. I mean, maybe you just don't want to burn him out so quickly, you know, the beginning of his NBA career. But, dude, the guy's a beast. He's a presence down low there. And the Pistons need him out there. So, start him.
CJ Snyder, Woodward Sports Chat, has a really good comment, too. He said,
go ahead.
He doesn't need to start. He just needs important minutes. And that's a good point.
Yeah. That is a good point. I mean, truthfully, in today's NBA, it's not about who starts, it's about who finishes the game, who closes. But do you think it's a little bit of a Bagley thing, guys? I'll just kind of quickly do like an extra round of this. Do you guys think it's the Bagley situation, that Bagley's been playing kind of well too, and that's why Duren isn't starting yet with of course, Isaiah Stewart playing well?
We had this conversation too in the back of Lindsey. Bagley's not a 5.
Yeah.
So, like, if anything, put them out together. Well, I mean, let Bagley try to stretch the floor. He can. It's not just, like, impossible.
But
and he doesn't play defense anyway.
Yeah, but both Piston bigs are playing good right now. Like Bagley and Stewart, they're playing fine. I mean, obviously during fits, but with either
Bagley's
of them,
kind of tapered off the past couple games, but
he has. But he had a good good enough start.
Great stretch of games.
So I think that's what it is, especially with Dwane Casey being an old coach. Like, you're gonna want to give these guys more time, especially veterans, to prove it rather than and have the rookies earn it. But the last one I want to get to, and this kind of deals with the trade rumors. So we'll get into that, I think, next week, because there's a lot of NBA trade stuff going down. But the Nerlens Noel stuff. Is Dwane Casey mismanaging this by not playing and giving him an opportunity, or is this a smart move by letting him just sit on the bench, stay healthy, and kind of just be mystery and intrigue?
No, he's mismanaging it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go.
No, he's mismanaging it. It's everybody knows what Nerlens Noel is. They know he's a defender. They know he's a rebounder. You got to put him out there and show him that they still have it, that he still can be an asset to a team, to a playoff team, so they can get a little bit more. Because right now, what are you going to get for this guy? He's been sitting on the bench. He's played in like 3 games. Like, come on. I mean, I guess the league knows what he is, but still, you got to show them that he still has it, and at least try to bump that stock up a little bit.
Easy.
I think you kind of had argued both sides there in your statement. There is like, the league does still know what he is at the end of the day, So I truly, I guess, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, maybe you're seeing Darren get these minutes because of that situation, but if comes down to if you're truly competing, he's seeing the floor, and obviously I don't think that's the case. Whether it's, and I've met Dwane Casey, super cool dude. I don't know if he's a bad coach or he's just straight up part of the tank. It's getting frustrating at this point though.
JB.
I don't have a problem with it, just the simple fact of if you want to keep him healthy, to trade him away, because teams are looking for another big out there, but also you're wasting his talents by not showing them off on the court to get us more trade value in return. So, yeah, I mean, you're kind of misusing him right now, but I can still see the point of you still just want to keep him healthy just so you can ship him off later.
I'm actually going to go the other way with this, and I'm going to disagree and say that Dwane Casey's done a good job with this, or this is a smart decision, because at the end of the day, Nerlens Noel's trade value, like Spencer said, everybody knows what he can do. I don't think it's really increasing by that much, and I'm going to be honest, maybe this is a little cynical. I don't mean it in a cynical way, but every time Bojan gets hurt, like yesterday when he hurt his arm, or the other day when he hurt his ankle, like, there is that part of me that grimaces, like, oh no, like, this is our guy, this is our ticket to this is our asset
ticket out the hood.
Yeah, this is our ticket to a good trade piece.
We made it, baby.
I'm worried about that. What do you think? What
is his trade value though, in your opinion? Nerlens
Noel, to me, he gets you like another 2nd round pick, and that's really all you need. Or maybe a young guy. Maybe there's just a team that can't play a young guy, and you kind of take a chance, like a Kevin Knox. Like there's guys like that all around the league. Former lottery picks that just aren't deep in their rotation. I'd have to do some digging to come up with some names, and I will next week for some trade stuff. But right now, you take Nerlens Noel and you trade him for whatever you can get, because at the end of the day, he was not the main asset of that trade. It was Jalen Duren, and anything you get is a bonus, and I don't think you can get a first. I think it's just impossible. Bojan gets you a first, but Noel, he really doesn't get you anything.
Bojan played himself into a first. Like, maybe you have that opportunity if you actually let him see the floor.
I mean, you could argue he played himself to it, but realistically, I think Bojan's value was almost always a first. That's why I was shocked that the Pistons got him in the first place.
The Pistons got him for Kelly Olynyk and Saban Lee.
Yeah.
Which Kelly's balling right now.
Kelly is balling.
Which, I mean, I know we have to go to break, and I'll tell you guys about Moneyball here shortly, but, like...
Say it.
We'll do it when we come back from break. Yeah. How about that? I'll tease it.
I got something to talk about when we come back from break. I almost threw up.
Check out Moneyball Sportswear. It's your one-stop shop. Whether you want the latest looking athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop in the Moneyball showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball, or visit moneyballsportswear.com. Moneyball. It's the only way to ball, baby.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
The official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network is The Butchery. Call 248-682-2697. Yes, 248-682-COWS. Or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery, meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. And again, shout out to Chef Dave on the birth of his newest child. You know the guy knows how to handle his meat, so make sure you come buy some at thebutcherysl.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
Jay, I'm Chris, the TV Booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. Tease a little bit before we went to break. This conversation came up a lot last year, and I got shamed away from having it, which I guess I understood the reason why. It was Dwane Casey. Shamed away, 1, he's a super nice guy. He really is. We got the opportunity to meet him. I was blessed with that. 2, this team is completely void of talent. I mean, I had Kate Cunningham, that's about it last year. Jeremy Grant, obviously ended up moving on from him. But the reason why I want to have this discussion is actually because of Jeremy Grant. Actually because of Kelly Olynyk. Guys that we gave Dwane Casey the excuse of being void of talent and not be able to make work. Have you seen the seasons these guys are having? I'm talking about Kelly O and Jeremy Grant.
Yes.
47% from 3 Kelly Olynyk shooting right now.
Yeah.
And I look at that roster in Utah. I couldn't tell you there's like much more talented than the one he's working with here in Detroit.
Was Kelly a starter here?
Yeah. Well, he had to at certain points. He had to play the center spot, which I get. He's playing out of position, but like, here's the 3-point percentage I'll give you that he had here in Detroit. He only played 40 games here in Detroit. It'd be wild if I was having this take and he only played 4 games. 33% he shot from the 3 in Detroit on 3 attempts. 3.4 attempts in Utah, which you would think is that percentage would go down. He's shooting 45%. 45% from 3. You want to go to Jeremy Grant's? Jeremy Grant shooting.
How many games has he played in Utah so far? Like 20-something?
27.
Okay.
Yep, 27. It doesn't say that he's starting though, isn't he?
Yes.
Him and Laurie Markkinen. Yeah. 13 points compared to his 9. Like, the other thing too is like in Detroit, he was asked to like take on like a little bit more of a load. Defensively, I know he wasn't gonna live up to that, but offensively, I think he could have. And like he obviously.
So Kelly?
Yeah.
I mean, he started off the season injured and didn't really get issued back into the lineup until about halfway through the year. and then he started playing, and he wasn't starting for most of it. And I don't know. I always knew
12%.
I always knew what kind of player Kelly was. I knew what kind of shooter he was. He showed it in Houston that he could be a shooter. He could be a guy that played for a while, and they just, he never got his feet together. He never got set up for that. You not see the jump that Boyan made coming from Utah?
From Utah to here?
Mm-hmm.
Like statistically?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, though, I'm looking at, because I've already, been beefed out with Casey already before with the lineups, the situation with Jalen Duren, and last night too. You're in a competitive game. Killian Hayes had a double. Quite clearly, he's playing very well, playing really well offensively too. And he sat 6 minutes of that fourth quarter.
I didn't understand the Killian removal or the Jalen Duren removal.
I never understand any of them. And we were talking with Lindsay a little bit about this last night too. Is we're not NBA coaches, and we're
I feel like it's the tank. Yeah, he's doing what, and that's what, Lindsay said is, this team's not going to make the playoffs. So if you're not going to make the playoffs, you want to lose as many games as possible.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a guy like Wembanyama waiting in the wings.
That's true. You get the unicorn, like Lindsay said. And then the one other point I want to make too, and this one's to Jeremy Grant, and this one's super self-explainable. He went from 35% here from three to 46%. Over there, but he's with the Blazers now. Obviously,
he was
Damian
the
Lillard's
number
there.
one option in Detroit.
Exactly. That one's a lot more.
Third option in the Trailblazers.
But just the shooting in general, though, I question it. I really do. I know you got something to say on this, Chris.
Decides who makes or misses shots.
He does. Literally, he decides who's on the floor. Chris, I know you got something on this.
I wanted to last night. I texted you guys. Let me build the case to keep Dwane Casey. Not that I'm for it, but just let me see if I can try to do it. And the immediate thing you jump to is, look at the talent. Look at the talent. He inherited the messy Blake Griffin roster, and then he's gone through this horrible rebuild. But you can't, because at the end of the day, there's not too much progression from the young guys. From time to time, nothing's consistent. Nothing's ever been consistent during his whole tenure. Lineups, progression, nothing. And on top of that, you do look at Kelly Olynyk, you do look at Jeremy Grant, these players going away and playing better. And yes, they're around better talent. I think it's a combination of both. It can't all be on Dwane Casey, because let's be real. Last year, the Pistons started Luka Garza, who's in the G League right now, putting up crazy numbers, by the way. Dude's like Wilt Chamberlain of the G League all of a sudden. But, Saban Lee was the king of that, too. So that doesn't mean anything. And then you have Josh Jackson, Trey Lyles. I mean, these are all guys who started for the Pistons last year for many, many games. So it is on coaching to some level, but it also has got to be roster construction. At the end of the day, the Pistons went from below the basement to now they're at the basement in terms of roster. So I don't necessarily fully buy the tanking stuff, because I truthfully think this roster is bad enough to lose many games. They could be winning a few more games, but I think regardless, this roster was, especially given the injuries and everything that's happened to this team, this is flirting with bottom of the league anyways, with or without good coaching. That's why I'm not benching Cade if he's healthy. All that connects for me.
Yeah, I don't want to I get it. That again, I can never argue that this team is talented enough to win right away. But we have situations where you see guys leave here and then they somewhat flourish. I mean, Bruce Brown may be an example of that too, but I don't really want to. Actually, that's another one too. Damn.
Yeah, but no, because honestly, Bruce Brown showed that he was good in Detroit. That was the one move that I just questioned from the jump. I was like, you're getting rid of him? He's the one guy. I get it wasn't your guy, but he's the one guy who showed that he could be a solid role player on any team.
Yeah, he can play defense. He can knock down open shots.
And that's the other part of it too. So Tyler Chavette, I believe so you would say that in the Woodward Sports chat, says Pistons don't need to tank. Yeah, we don't need a tank to lose these games.
Yeah, you're already there.
We're gonna
That's
take
my
L's.
point.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the lottery.
And CJ in the chat saying it's not a horrible rebuild though. The last 2 years we've been able to get a lot of good young talent. That's true, but it's the progression. Because when you're a young team, it's okay to be bad, but you have to grow. You have to improve. If you don't, then you're really not doing anything.
100%.
I feel that, and if you want somewhere where you don't have to worry about what's going on, you know what the deal is, just go to Big Boy. Because wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo. What about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. They've got the Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, or the Blockbuster. So stop into your local Big Boy today.
Chris, I'm going to send you a video, kid.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5, y'all. I can see how shocked you are. Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTannings.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Your Vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more on the way.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward.
I know, $5, bro. It's crazy.
$5? That's insane.
It's
I'm your boy Eazy. That's my guy calling from Spinning, aka Spin More Racks. We're live on
That Did you guys hear that?
Nope.
My Siri's just like, I don't know what you mean by $5.
Because you broke, son. No.
You've never had that.
Your bank account right now is currently $1.4.
Hey, we're gonna start.
I could give you $5.
I get some extra bread. Make sure you download this video though, Chris.
Yeah,
because
I got you. I'm working
this
on
ties
it.
into it a little bit. The reason why I'm so flabbergasted. I don't know if you heard the conversation Spencer and I were having during the ad read.
No.
But Mel Kiper has released his latest big board for the 2023 NFL Draft, and number one moved up Jalen Carter, which we're not surprised. I think everyone's fallen in love with him the past couple of weeks. Will Anderson number two. That's also not surprised because everyone's fallen in love with him since last year. Number three, Spinny. Number three is I was like, what?
Yeah.
Did I just?
That was pretty wild.
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Quarterback out of Kentucky.
Quarterback out of Kentucky. We're not talking about chicken.
Yeah. Over C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
Over Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
Will Levis.
I don't know the fascination with this guy. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Yeah, but go ahead, Houston. Go ahead. Go and take Will Levis. You know.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, take Will Levis.
If Bryce falls 3, I mean, I don't know where we're gonna be. I think we're 4 right now. Detroit Lions are. We
like we French.
There's a situation to have there because you might have to take him.
Yeah.
You might have to take him.
Yeah, you gotta take Bryce Young if he falls to you.
For sure. And to be honest with you too, I said on the show a couple weeks ago too. Like I was cool with taking Levis if it was like the Detroit Lions
Levis.
pick. This is my thing with Levis.
He's gross,
stinky,
and that's what I was getting to. Right, at a certain point, I'm like, yo, if he falls 13-14, the Detroit Lions have an opportunity to take him and get a guy in a rookie deal that Ben Johnson can coach up. Take the shot. But then you threw this in there too, Chris.
Yeah, this is nasty.
This is disgusting.
This is what I saw during the break. And
what?
Almost threw up.
What?
Will Levis, quarterback at the University
of Kentucky, and I have been known to put mayonnaise in my coffee sometimes.
No! God, please, no! No!
Will Levis, quarterback at the University.
That is nasty, dude. Like, that is dirtball behavior.
Easy.
Like,
how do you even find out that you like
some
that?
of the whitest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. I swear to God.
How do you even find out that you like that?
Struggle. I understand if you're struggling, you don't got creamer or milk, but
I used to diet and then work out and do all that stuff. I did a keto diet. It's like all high fat, and you make this coffee. I forget the name of it, but it's like butter, and you put coconut milk in there. Not coconut milk, coconut oil, and you mix it up. But it's good. It's buttery. Mayo, bro.
Mayo's nasty. That's so.
Even
gross.
when you're take the sound off and play it again. The part where you're just dumping it, like it's pooping into your coffee cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally dumping turds into your coffee cup.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's gross.
How do you find out that you like that?
Like, jeez. Just.
But I thought of it another way too, maybe. Patrick Mahomes, big ketchup guy.
That's solid and chunky. Just nasty.
Patrick Mahomes puts ketchup on a steak. But this is
There's a difference between
that.
putting ketchup on a steak and putting mayo in coffee.
I mean, both are bad, but one is severely worse.
That is so gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ketchup on a steak, you don't do that.
Yeah. That's something like.
But mayo in coffee, you don't do that. That is. Ugh.
I just want to know, like, how? Like,
Again,
how do you
that is
find
a
that
good
out?
point. How did you figure out that that's good?
Like, did you lose a bet?
He's probably was stoned earlier.
Are you on drugs?
I don't got any milk.
Like, yeah, I'm
No
automatically
creamer.
questioning that stuff.
This guy's like,
We
that's
got
the greatest
mayo.
mistake of my life. He loves it.
I
Disgusting.
don't even.
That is nasty, man.
Yeah.
I question his decision making as a quarterback now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's it on the money.
It's a very good point, JB.
I was distracted by the K-Cam. It's ridiculous out there right now.
Honestly, it is.
Good
But
Lord.
You question his decision making as a quarterback after he decides to put mayo in his coffee. How do you know he's going to make the right read if he reads mayo on the bottle and then puts it in his coffee?
Yeah, like, what kind of idiot are you?
Yeah.
Like, if Chris told me to do that, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Like, you like
Shut
the
up.
pretzel pizza,
No.
and like you're that
Yeah,
guy.
I could definitely see Chris being
For sure. Your grandpa
mayo
gave you
coffee
stinky
guy.
hamburger when you were a kid. Like, that makes sense.
No.
Stinky burger,
Okay.
mayo coffee.
Okay, pretzel pizza is far, far better than mayo and coffee. Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. Don't associate me with that level of behavior. Don't. Just stop it.
Dude.
I'm not letting that narrative. I let the young sus narrative rock, but that narrative's not rocking. That's stopping right there.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, that's fair. Ike Horse and Woodward Sports Chat. I just got to read this because it's kind of gross, but also kind of funny. I like my coffee like Sam likes his women.
Grinded,
ground up, and stored in the freezer.
Jesus Christ. All right, that'll do it for us today.
Chat,
We appreciate
champ.
you all tapping in and watching the Woodward Heavyweights live from
Decision-making,
5 to
is he on
7 on
drugs?
woodwardsports.com.
He's just stupid.
For the man to my left, the one, the only Speak Easy.
What's going on?
Chris Platty in the TD booth. JB Smooth holding it down on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. That's nasty.